I'm Rabbi Valerie Cohen, and welcome to our 150th celebration of Beth Israel congregation. Over the past 150 years, Beth Israel has been a growing, vibrant community of wonderful families who have grown together, learned together, prayed together, and been families together. Tonight, with great joy, we're going to celebrate 150 years, celebrate our love for each other, our love for Jewish heritage, our love for Jewish music, and our love for the diversity of the Greater Jackson community.
It was 1860. There were about 15 Jewish families living in and around Jackson, Mississippi. They decided to form a congregation and purchase a piece of land for a Jewish cemetery on North State Street. To this day, it is the serene, peaceful home of the generations of Jewish members of the Jackson community that have come before us. After the Civil War, the congregation acquired more land and built a modest wood-frame schoolhouse, which they also used as a worship space on the corner of South State and South Streets. This was the first synagogue in the state of Mississippi. Then in 1870, the congregation hired its first rabbi, Rabbi L. Winter, who immediately began to move the congregation towards Reform Judaism, providing English sermons and services on Friday nights, as well as the confirmation ceremony. In the winter of 1874, the congregation's wood-frame building burned to the ground. Within a year, they built a new brick building on the old site, which served the congregation until 1940. In 1941, the congregation moved to a new structure on Woodrow Wilson Avenue. At the time, the old synagogue was the oldest religious structure in the city. In 1967, the Beth Israel congregation moved to its present home on Old Canton Road. Earlier, in 1954, Beth Israel's new rabbi, Toronto native Perry Nussbaum, prepared the congregation for the South's upcoming tumultuous civil rights era. Rabbi Nussbaum became an outspoken voice against racism and segregation. On September 18, 1967, Beth Israel's new temple on Old Canton Road was bombed by local Ku Klux Klan members.
We heard the bomb, and my husband and I had been involved somewhat, not as openly as a lot of people because of being Jewish, but we had been involved with civil rights. And when we heard that, we knew what it was. We just knew that it had to be a bomb. We got in the car and drove up there, and of course we couldn't get near it. It was the most frightening time. Civil rights, that era, was the most frightening time because there was so much hatred, and anybody that was in any way involved in civil rights, I had some friends. We did not have a cross burned in our yard, but good friends of mine who I would see whenever we would meet, and we would have meetings together, those of us who thought like. And it was just the most frightening period, I think, in our history.
In the foyer, there's a statue of Moses holding 10 Commandments. And it survived the bombing. There was dust on it, but nothing happened to it. Like he was spared because of God.
2 months later, the same group bombed Nussbaum's home. Though the rabbi was home with his wife at the time, no one was seriously hurt. These bombings helped to galvanize Jackson's white community, who realized that resistance to integration had gone too far. Since then, members of Beth Israel have played a vital part in building a more racially just society in Jackson, as well as contributing to the development of our community and nation through medicine, law, economics, education, and the arts. For over 150 years, Beth Israel's congregation has been deeply rooted in Southern heritage. We have congregants with different stories who have shaped what our community has become today, a warm and vibrant congregational family. Join us in celebrating 150 years.
I have so many happy memories of my association with the Beth Israel congregation. So many good friends, so many good times, so many historic occasions where Beth Israel and its membership have contributed to enriching my life and the lives of so many other people whom I knew. The contributions that Beth Israel have made to this community are immeasurable. It's impossible for me at this time to conjure up all of those old memories, but over the years I have come to have a special appreciation for the courage, the compassion, the tolerance, and the direction that Beth Israel has given to this community. In times of strife and riot and intolerance, Beth Israel has always stood up for the right thing. It has maintained a spiritual presence in this community that has engaged all of us and made us all better citizens and better human beings. So on the occasion of the 150th anniversary of the formation of this great congregation, I want to tell you how pleased I am to participate with you in observing this day and in observing the great sacred work that Beth Israel has provided for this community and this state, and for that matter for this country. I'm honored to be called a friend of this congregation and to have so many friends here. And I especially am delighted to join with all of you in the celebration of this great event.
Hi, I'm Mayor Harvey Johnson, here to wish Beth Israel congregation a hearty congratulations on being such an important part of the city of Jackson for 150 years. Your contributions to this city, and indeed the state of Mississippi, has been tremendous. We're very proud to see religious institutions in our city, but we're especially proud to see institutions who work across racial lines, across cultural lines, across religious lines to celebrate the diversity that we have here in the city of Jackson. Certainly, Beth Israel has done that. Beth Israel was at the forefront of the civil rights movement when we really needed people to reach across racial lines for justice and for social equality. Again, congratulations on 150 years well spent here in the capital city. We wish you well as you continue to make a tremendous contribution to all of our lives here in the city of Jackson.
Thank you so much for celebrating with us our 150th anniversary. Beth Israel Congregation is a growing and vibrant community, and you being a part of our celebration has been so important to us. We have a vibrant future ahead of us, and you will continue to be a part of that future as we continue to grow, continue to flourish, and we thank you so much for that.